Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we are at the Seattle Auto Show. We're going to check out some cool cars. Some stuff I'm really interested in is the F-150 Lightning, the new GR86, and the new WRX, because I saw that they had them over there. So we're going to go check it out, and I'll give you guys my first impressions and thoughts on them. Alright guys, we're by the Ford booth here. You see we have a Maverick over there. This stuff looks all very familiar to me, obviously. You guys know I review Fords, but this Lightning is actually really cool looking. So you can see the wheel design is a lot different than like a normal F-150 because it's supposed to look more aerodynamic. See there? This one is a platinum trim, so this one's a high-end truck. Let's go around the back here. It has a really long running board. I haven't noticed that on other F-150s, so that might be specific to the Lightning. It even has a light on there. So when we get these in stock, which might be a really long time from now, I'll definitely have to do a night video. Lightning, wow. It looks really cool in the back as well. I really like what they did with the light bar. I think the higher end ones get the light bar and the lower end ones do not get the light bar, but it still looks good nonetheless. So you have LEDs right here, backup sensors, and this is how you know it's a Lightning. You can see the little Lightning badge over there. Has a little lightning bolt and a flag. I like the way that looks. Check out this bed real quick. It says that we can't get on top of here, so I'm not gonna step way up in here, but so you have a whole bunch of electric stuff over here. See the Pro Power on board over there, and then you have the LED box lighting. This one does have a spray-in liner. Wow. Definitely a really cool looking truck for sure. Let's go ahead and check out the front end and see what it looks like. Can't get inside or anything, it's all locked up, so that's kind of a buzzkill. But front end here, see it has a light bar across the front as well. It does have adaptive headlights. Looks like this one is for some reason turned off to the side, but I'm really curious to see what these headlights look like in the real world. Got the blacked out grille, of course, because it's electric. Wow, it's the Lightning in all its glory. So yeah, pretty cool looking truck. One thing that's kind of weird is that they have this Maverick all locked up over here for whatever reason, because these are already on dealer lots, so I don't know why it's all locked up. But I haven't done a Maverick Lariat review yet, so definitely stay tuned for when I get a chance to do that. Alright guys, I'm inside the 2022 Subaru BRZ. Just checking it out for the first time. Steering wheel looks to be about the same as the old one. It does have the red accent stitching on it. This one is the 6-speed manual, it looks like, so that's nice. They took out the shift knob probably so people don't steal it. And down there you have all your drive modes, your climate controls, and they did a huge upgrade with this screen. I think it's 8 inches now, because the old one was really small and it just looked really outdated. Looking over here, you have your traction control, you have your drive modes over here. This one does have heated seats. I think this one is the premium model. See if there's any room in here. Okay, so you have your cup holders. Looks like you have some USBs and stuff. Nothing crazy, but at least it's there, because this car is pretty small. You see the back seat, there's not much room in there. And my brother's over here at 6'7". How do you fit over there?
It's pretty tight.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty tight. I'm 6'5", and I have a seat all the way back. And we have a bunch of people that want to come in here and look at it. So we're just gonna wrap this up real quick. But yeah, it looks pretty nice. Alright guys, I hope you got a good look at the interior. I just got out and there's all these people circling around trying to look at it. The back end looks pretty nice. It has a dual exhaust. It does have all LED tail lights, which is pretty impressive. I'm pretty sure the refresh of the old gen had LEDs as well. Looks like the reverse light is still standard bulbs, so they did not make that LED. Alright guys, looking at the side here, you can see this one is the premium model, so it has the Michelin. I just got those for my car, and these are really good tires. Although I have heard some reviewers say that they like the standard tires better because it makes the car more tail happy and stuff. So I don't know how I feel about that. I do like the Michelins though, that looks really cool. I like this lower sill part that they did here. That looks really nice. Brakes aren't too big, but this is a really light car, so it doesn't really matter. Kind of a cool little Easter egg. It says BRZ in the headlight. I like that. LEDs. This color is a metallic as well. Hopefully you guys can see that.
I don't disagree.
Pretty cool color.
But I don't have the...
Yeah, I think it's a really good looking car. I hope I get to drive one day. Alright guys, just pop the hood open here. This one does have the 2.4 liter boxer 4-cylinder engine in comparison to the 2.0, which had a lot less power. This one has 228 horsepower over the 205 of the previous gen. So that's a pretty solid bump, and it is a different engine. It is a 2.4 instead. So I'm sure that it'll be pretty quick and pretty fun to drive. Alright guys, let's check out this trunk space real quick. So definitely not a whole lot of room, but it can definitely work. I mean, if you have like 2 people going on a road trip, you might not be able to put all your stuff in there, but you do have a little bit of room in the back seats. But the trunk space is what you'd expect in a small car like this. Alright guys, just for comparison's sake, this one is the GR86. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. This one is not open, unfortunately, but it looks obviously very similar to the BRZ that we just checked out. This one is a pretty nice color, has a metallic in it. I always like to show you guys the colors and what they look like. Honestly, I don't know the difference like too much. I think the front end actually looks a little bit nicer on this one. I kind of like the front end on this one. What do you guys think? LED headlights. Yeah, do you guys like the Subaru BRZ better or the GR86? Definitely let me know in the comments. I like the black mirror caps that this one has. Let's see if we can peek at the interior real quick. See if you can see anything in there. Okay, this one's an automatic, so that's really unfortunate. But it looks like this one's a base one too. So it has these lesser grippy tires. The Michelin's just a primacy, I think is what these ones are in comparison to the Pilot Sports. But yeah, it's a pretty good looking car. And then I'll include this in the same video. We have a WRX over here. This is the old gen, and then you have the new gen over here. New gen obviously looks a little controversial with all the black plastic cladding, but it still looks good nonetheless. I like the quad exhaust tips. The rear diffuser looks really nice. It looks like it has standard bolts for the turn signal and reverse light. And I just looked at the BRZ over there, and it had LEDs. So I'm not sure what this color is called, but it is a metallic. I think it's a pretty good looking color on this car. It makes the black plastic cladding don't stand out as much. Last time I want to show you guys the side here. These look to be 18s, I'm assuming. Looks like they are 18s, yeah. Dunlop tires. And then there's that cladding everyone's talking about. Let's take a look at it. All the cladding there. And it looks like these vents are functional. I like that part of it. You have a turn signal in the mirror.
Anodized copper finish accents and black finish.
So yeah, let me know what you guys think of that black cladding. That's really interesting. So you see the front end there. I think they did a pretty good design with the front end. The front end does look really nice. See there. LED headlights, LED fog lights. Then there's the old one over there, so you guys can decide which one you think looks better. Alright guys, we're inside the 2022 WRX, and I gotta say this interior is actually pretty nice. It has Recaro seats, which are pretty comfortable. I'm not exactly sure what trim this is. This is a massive no-no, but we're just checking out the car, we're not driving it, so. There's that big screen that Subaru's putting in their cars. I'm really impressed with that actually. I'm glad that they included that. We got some suede over here. The gauge cluster looks similar to the old one. The steering wheel looks very similar as well, but I do like the red accent stitching, the flat bottom. It says WRX with like a little carbon fiber thing on it. And at 6'5", I have the seat, I don't even have the seat all the way back. Wow, if I put it all the way back, look at all this room I have. And this is at 6'5", mind you. But I have the seat a little bit closer because I don't like sitting way back there. And I gotta say, this interior is pretty spacious. Let's check out in here. Okay, it looks like you have a little 12 volt. I would love to test out one of these. I do Ford videos, but I like all cars. I will say though, in comparison to the BRZ, the legroom in the front of this one is way better. Obviously it's a much bigger car, but that is something to note if you are a taller person. Alright guys, one benefit with going with the WRX as a sports car is that it is a 4-door sedan after all. So let's see how much room we have in the back here. Okay, so you can see the legroom is pretty tight over here because this seat seems to be like all the way back. But over on this side, where the seat is a little bit farther forward, there's a pretty decent amount of room actually. And you also have a full down center armrest. That's pretty cool. And then these seats have like a suede type material on them, or Alcantara. Then you have like the leather or vinyl on the sides. Subaru did a really good job with the interior design on this. Definitely looks a lot more modern than the old one. Alright guys, so I say the Seattle Auto Show was a success. I saw a lot of cool stuff. I really wish the GR86 was open and the Lightning, but stay tuned for when I finally get a chance to do reviews on stuff like that. If you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.